Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone of planet Earth. My name is Andy Yu, and you are currently watching the show The Making of, Episode 8, where I, Andy Yu, along with you, people in stream, make music live right in front of your very eyes. Hopefully, one day we can make this like a show. Welcome back to another episode of Blah Blah Blah. I'm your host, Andy, and today we're going to be making music live in front of your very eyes, or something of the such. How's everyone doing? We got the updates flowing now, so that's a fantastic addition to the stream. Ugh. Shouts out to our very own in the stream, Brand Disco, for helping me set up all this stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So last time we uploaded Pink Mountains, and since then we've been doing like the pre-save stuff campaign and trying to market it and stuff, and that's been going pretty well. So if you haven't done that already, please go pre-save Pink Mountains. Link in my bio. Fantastic. Hey, it's Christino. Hey, Christino. That's hilarious. I'm streaming right now if you want to hop on Twitch. Let's see. I want to go and play some stuff that I've been making over the weekend. I've been working with this fantastic Filipino group named Teo, Tayo, and they're so incredibly talented, and I wanted to work with them, so I've been producing some stuff for them. So maybe we can take a listen to some of that stuff. I'll pull it up right now. You can find it in the link in my bio. I have a link to it. Hi, Hip Punk. Thank you so much. Yeah, shouts out to Brand Disco for helping me fix my overlays and stuff. Um, or just get a little bit more organized. I think it adds a lot to the ambiance. So this is a song or a beat that I was producing for, again, a Filipino group named Teo, Tayo. They're both extremely talented singers and writers and just artists in general. So I had them send me a couple of reference tracks to see, what kind of vibe they were wanting to go for. And the songs they were sending me were really interesting, really out of my personal pocket. So I thought that was going to be a really interesting challenge. So this is my first try at making something for them. Um, it's me, Christina. Yes, I know it's you. Um, this is my first try, so I want to play it for you. Here we go. So this is my first attempt at producing a song for Teo. Okay, so that was my first attempt at producing a song for them, and I really like how that came out. Something super different, and if I'm being super honest, it's nothing close to the references that they sent me. But I think that's was also part of the fun was taking inspiration from what they had sent, but not trying to copy it so blatantly, and just getting the feel, not even taking any piece of specific inspiration like a guitar part or like an instrument or structure, but just some of the energy. So I really like that one. I made another one for them, so I want to open that one up too. Testing, testing. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so this is a second beat that I made, and this one's not flushed out in terms of structure yet. Hopefully, you can hear me. I think you can. So this one's not flushed out in terms of structure yet. Um, yeah, yeah, I can also play some. Um, oh, I can also play some of the references. Hopefully, or actually, I don't know if I can. I can say them, but I don't know if I can play them. This is another beat that I was making for them, and I really love this one because I actually took this piano loop because I love the sound of it, and I chopped it up and I manipulated it a little bit to get some more. Let's see, let's see. I don't know what the word for it is. Maybe a little bit more bounce is a good word. But I'd love to play just that piano part for you to check that out. So I really was digging that bounce. Boom, 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 boom. So the thing that really made this beat, um, I think POG stands for play of the game, but its meaning is just like, actually, I'm not gonna even try to explain it. Can someone explain it? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to make myself not know what's going on. Hey, 007 means very good. Poggers. Okay, so or PogChamp. Um, so then we moved on to the drums. We got well, if I'm being okay, chronologically speaking, I didn't know what melodically was going to go over this. So I actually made the drums first. So I should have done that. So here are the drums. We started off with this simple kick pattern. Okay, so that was that was the kick pattern. And then this is what really set the tone for me. I had this pack from Decap, who is a producer and fantastic producer and a great inspiration. And he has really like crispy, crunchy, punchy sounding drums. and I loved how they sat with this beat. So let me add in the percussion and the snare. I think it has such a nice bounce, and then finally adding these hi-hats in. The goal, since I don't know if I have the resources available, the goal is to hopefully send this off to another producer that they work with to add more of that funk lead line, the wah 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 wah, something along those lines. I think that'd be super fun. I tried it with a bass. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for in terms of sound characteristic, but this is what that sounded like. So thank you. Um, so the melody for that bass line is what I'm looking for. Something like that. But I want, I guess, more of like a wad, WAH' wah wah wad, um, piano or synth of some sort. I don't think that that melody uh belongs in the bass line, but I like that melody line, period. So I had that muted. Right. I think I had that muted, so hopefully we can get that to another producer that they work with who can maybe have more access, more resources to have that sound. Third one I want to show you guys is, so the story behind this one is I had sent them the very first snippet and they liked it. Thankfully, they liked it. And then they sent me this voice memoed acapella, just idea. Has, to my knowledge, it didn't have anything behind it, like no chords or anything like that. And they sent it to me and they just said, hey, hopefully you can get some inspiration from this as well to create something. And because I had never done a piece of work or a beat stemming from an acapella before, it was a very interesting experience, and I can pull that project up and we can walk through that a little bit more. Okay, we're back. So let's see, how should we do this? Maybe I can just play the acapella itself, and then we can go and then try to break down my ideas. Um, and then I guess spoiler alert. And then we'll find out the reason why this did not work out. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just play her acapella.
Said you wanna catch up, but you're dragging behind all those fleeting thoughts, boy. Just say what's on your mind, 'cause
Okay, so super interesting. When did I when did I get vocals? What does that mean, Oblivion? When did I get vocals? Um, so that was her acapella. And again, reminder, like she's not even like trying. Like this is just an idea of like her singing to a voice memo. Um, so they just asked me to see, what I could do with it. So the first thing I did is, well, first I panicked. That's the first thing I did because I had never made a beat from an acapella before. So there was a lot of things I didn't know how to do. So the first thing I did was panic. So everyone write down step one, panic. Step two is find the key. Once we can find the key, then we can start building chord structure and do all the nooks and crannies. So what I did is I put her into this auto tune and I made it super strong. So it should sound like T-Pain style auto tune. And the reason why I did that is because when I can lock in the notes, I can then identify the key. So this is what her voice sounds like with all the auto tune on it.
Said you wanna catch up, but you're dragging behind all those fleeting thoughts, boy. Just say what's on your mind, 'cause
Okay. So good. I'm glad everyone wrote down step one, panic. Fantastic. I'm glad we're all taking notes. It's very important, going to be on the final exam. So now she has autotune. So then what begs the question is, what's the key? So what I did is I took my phone that has a tuner on it, and then I took the first note that she sung, which is dum, bum, and I sang that in my phone. And I agree with you completely. Oblivion, I think, correct me if I'm mistaken, 100 gecs is a hyper pop artist. So I was actually thinking with that strong autotune and her high pitched voice, not even that high pitched, just higher pitched voice, I think it would lend itself to a hyper pop beat. So good, so good. But I didn't take it in that direction because I'm not sure if that's what they were looking for. So this is where I took it next. So I figured out the key. C sharp major is the key. So I sang that note into my phone and said C sharp, boom. Then I found the key. So this is the first chord progression that I came up with for this song. And this isn't meant to be anything solid. It's just to get an idea of where it could go.
said you wanna catch up, but you're dragging behind all those fleeting thoughts, boy. Just say what's on your mind, 'cause
All right, so very interesting chord progression. It's very pop. It sounded a lot like maybe like Demi Lovato or something like that. I feel like she might have this sort of rhythm and chord progression in her songs. So, but I didn't mind it. So that's where I started. I ended up adding a different layer.
said you wanna catch up, but you're dragging behind all those fleeting thoughts, boy. Just say what's on your mind, 'cause
Okay, cool. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Let me go ahead and mute those again. Then we went on to the drums. So I think, I don't know, at least every song of Demi Lovato that I know has those reverb snaps. Boom. So I went with that. Just added a kick, hi-hat, those snaps, and then I added this really like distorted kind of bass that I liked. So that I'll play all the drums with that piano and her vocal. Yeah, the Demi. Yeah, the Demi vibes are strong, are super, super strong.
said you wanna catch up, said you wanna catch up, but you're dragging behind all those fleeting thoughts, boy. Just say what's on your mind, 'cause
Okay, cool. So we're like getting somewhere. I'm getting kind of hype. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I've never done this before. This is kind of fun. And then I decided to switch it. So going from these pianos to a more like Grande vibe. I almost said grive, gribe. Ariana Grande vibe. So this is what that sounds like.
Said you wanna catch up, but you're dragging behind all those fleeting thoughts, boy. Just say what's on your mind, 'cause you.
So really fun idea with that string. Bum 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 pizzicato violins. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So I finished that and I sent it to them, an idea, just like a little snippet, and they're like, "Oh, that's so cool." But it's not what we want. And I'm like, hey, that's totally good. I'm happy that we have this open line of communication. They're both really sweet, really nice. So it's always good getting feedback from the people that you're working with, especially honest feedback. So they don't like it, and that's they let me reword that. They like it, but it's not what they're looking for. So knowing that going into the future, when I work with this acapella sometime in the future again, they're wanting a more grungy sound, a little bit darker. So I think we'll go more towards that indie rock or that guitar sort of style. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, absolutely. And actually, in this case, I don't even think it's a loss. I think this was a win because I got that cool experience from having to work with an acapella and build something around that. I think that was super fun, super fun. So let's see. I had this craving, which is a funny way of putting it, a craving to make a cover song today. And I don't know why. I guess I should probably invest more energy into making just more original music, but which I probably, actually, now that I say that, I'll probably just do that. Step one is my favorite as well. Step one, panic. Absolutely. So let's see. If we recap, we have 3 songs done right now. We have Struck Out, which was done on the very first stream, which is ridiculous. Struck Out, Hippo Song, and Pink Mountains. Pink Mountains, by the way, is coming out April 9th. So if you haven't pre-saved that, go pre-save it. You can find that link in my Discord. Yes, thank you, Emma, for shouting out the Discord. You can find it in Discord. You can find it in the link of my socials and stuff like that. Yes. So go pre-save that. Go make some TikToks about it. Help me promo it and get the word out there. And join the Discord. Get in that Discord. Discord's dope. It's very wholesome. We share artwork. We talk. We listen to music. We share announcements and stuff, and we just get to know each other. It's pretty cool. Pretty wholesome stuff. So now that we have 3 songs done, I guess we could just continue working on more music. Um, yes, get in the Discord. Get in the Discord. We can work on some more music. So let me pull up some files and see what we can work on today. If there's nothing that we can work on today, then we're going to go from scratch. Okay, can we hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I think we're good. Okay. So I don't know really what this is. I think I worked on this a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, even before I started streaming. So let's take a listen to what it is because I have no idea. Hey, that was pretty interesting. It's always fun revisiting projects that you haven't opened in a while because you kind of forget what they are and what they sound like. And you also forget how you felt about it. There must be a reason why I didn't touch this for so long, maybe something negative towards it. But I think looking back at it now, I really like the idea. So I would like to take a couple more listens to some other stuff that I haven't opened in a while before I make a decision on updating this song and hopefully finishing it today. Oh my gosh, pop stuff! You have no idea how big of a compliment that is. I love Paramore so much, and specifically, I love Hayley Williams so much. She's such an incredible artist and singer, and I gain a lot of inspiration. I grew up listening to Paramore, so I really like that band. I really appreciate being not even compared, but like associated. That vibe is pretty cool. All right, so let me open up some more stuff to see if this is in fact what we're going to be working on today. All right, test. Oh, okay, testing. We can hear me. Test. Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I think you can. This song is definitely not going to be one that I'm working on today. I remember I have a specific artist in mind for this song, but I'd love to play it for you. This was my attempt at um, making something super minimal and sort of like bedroom pop vibes, but like really minimal and simplistic and kind of like just basic sounding, but it leaves so much room for an artist to sing all over it and add harmonies and stuff. I think it would be really cool. So that's what this is sounding like. That's true. That's true. So that's definitely not going to be one that we're looking at today. There's one thing that I always am super appreciative of from the people in this stream is that everyone has such a great imagination or sense of feeling, and that's something that is hard to have or difficult to have. And I really appreciate that. Almost like I feel like everyone has that in here. If I play something, like your minds go to something very specific, and I think that's really cool getting to hear what that is for y'all. So um Aaron Vole was suggesting that we take a look at this song, which is one that we worked on, I think, last stream. And then last stream I wasn't feeling very well, so we ended early, but thankfully I'm feeling a lot better. So let's go ahead and take a listen to this bad boy. This one's fresh. I remember what it sounds like, and I know what kind of energy it has. So let's take a listen. Okay, so that was that song. And there's two things that I realized when I was listening to the song. The first one is that I really like it, and it has a lot of energy and it moves a lot. But I don't think this is the song that I want to work on today. I actually think I want to continue working on that first song. that we looked at and just recreating that one. The second thing I realized is I have to use the restroom. So if we can take a break, I'll be back in maybe 30 seconds to a minute. I'll leave a screen on for you and some background music. So everyone, let's take a break, get some water, get a snack, take a stretch. Haha, yeah, you didn't know I was going to say that, did you? And then we'll reconvene.
And I'm wondering, where do I belong? Knowing I'm all wrong when I'm with you. And you're wondering why I'm not around, 'cause you never made a sound when I'm with you. I spend my days longing for another way to find another reason to run up into Pink Mountains. And I'm wondering, where did I go wrong? Should have said so long when I'm with you. And you're wondering, could it all be real? It's not that big a deal when I'm with you. I spend my days longing for another way. Don't know how to say.
Alrighty, welcome back. So let's go ahead and open up that first beat and start messing with it. What I think I'll actually do is I'll export it and I'll bring it into a brand new session, and then we can use it as a reference point, but we'll make everything from scratch again. All right, we're up and running. Okay, so let's go ahead and drag it in and let's see what we can do. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen again, and we'll see where we should start. Okay, why don't we just start at the very beginning and get that first guitar down? So give me a couple seconds. I'm going to set up the amp and the mic so we can get everything recorded well. Okay, I think we got everything we need. The first step we're gonna do is just record that first. So let me take a couple more listens to memorize that and figure that out. Okay. All right, we got it. We got it. So let me tune up real quick, and we'll get this rolling. Yeah, absolutely. I think see you. Bye, Hawaiian bread. Have fun eating. Um, any advice on starting to make music? Yes, of course. I think learning an instrument is a great way to start because that teaches you a lot of foundational elements that you don't need to know but are very very useful in music creation, like theory or arrangement or sections of a song or just how to use an instrument to convey an idea. Um, I think that's a great place to start. Making music is You can make music in so many different ways. So it's really just up to personal preference. Some people prefer a guitar, some people prefer a piano, some people prefer just using a computer, which you can absolutely do. If your goal is to songwrite and produce all in a computer, you absolutely can. Nowadays, it's more and more possible to make great sounding music in computers and not utilize live instruments. But for me, I like doing a little bit of both. So yeah. So I'm gonna tune up really quick, and then we can start recording that first section. I'm really excited to get this song going. Again, shouts out to Discord, so go join the Discord. Also, shouts out to my song coming out April 9th called Pink Mountains. Go pre-save it. Link in bio for all my socials. You can find it in there to go pre-save. Wow, I don't think that's ever happened to me before where my guitar was completely in tune without. Okay. Also, I'm saving up for a brand new guitar and I'm so excited. It's like $500 and it's so beautiful. It's a I'm saving up for a Squire vintage 70s Jaguar. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous guitar, and the reason why I want it is because it is such a versatile guitar. Such a versatile guitar. A lot of guitars. Oh, which color? So my preferred color is Dark Knight, but it doesn't come in Dark Knight. So I think I'm gonna get this metallic blue. It's like a sky blue, and it's metallic, real shiny, glittery, really nice looking. And so the reason why it's so versatile is because along with the normal variations in a guitar's pickup, which is neck, bridge, both, and a tone knob, volume knob, it also has another circuit inside of it for a rhythm guitar section. So you can have two different guitars out of one, which I think is going to be so useful in differentiating guitars in a mix when they sound different. I think it's going to just level it up a lot. So anyway, let me open this up. So the guitar part goes like this. So the hard part about this is going to be playing that clean. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so hard. I might need to get my handy dandy sock. All right, so I got my handy dandy sock. And what this does is it helps me mute my strings when I'm not playing them and mute the strings that I'm not even touching to begin with. So it should be sounding pretty muted. Perfect. So when I only want these, oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Talk it to me. We can do this. Okay. Let me put this down a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. And here's the sock. Chord is something. That is. And I'm using a pick. And I'm going top, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, top, bottom. Sorry. Top, middle, top, bottom, middle, top, bottom, top. I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and record that. I've been trying to learn how to play the ukulele so I understand the pain. Yes. Yes. Ukulele is probably the instrument I know the least. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Probably. Anyway, yeah, ukulele is hard. Absolutely. All right, let's get the tempo down. Let's see. Alrighty, I'm going in to the headphones and to the recording process, so you won't hear me. The warning. But have fun watching me try to do this. We heard the hippo song. That's hilarious. We heard the hippo song. I'm trying to decide if this will be easier sitting down or standing up. I can't tell. Ooh. Alrighty, wish me luck. I already messed up. And I just spit. Gross. Okay, let me try that again. I think what I'll do is I'll just leave it running until I get a perfect take. So we'll see how long this takes. So I think one of the best parts about working on music in a computer that you can cheat a lot. Like it's pretty scary how much you can cheat in a computer. So one of my favorite cheat codes to use, especially when recording guitar, it's a little bit more difficult. Is recording it in sections, recording different pieces, and not necessarily getting the whole take in one go, but doing it enough to where you can fake it. So let's exactly work smarter, not harder. So let's take a listen to this. Okay, so we got, I think, all the sections that we need. So we have the tail end of the first section, have the bulk of the first section, have the second section, and then I believe we needed a So I'm gonna try just without incorporating the slides in and seeing how that sounds. The difference is like if you're playing a part of the guitar and you don't, or when you're changing to the next section, you hear the slide of the hand, so it makes it sound a little bit more together, and it sort of connects the two sections. I'm gonna try not having that, so just one section and then robotically going to the next section without hearing any of that finger slip. Let's see how that works out. Also, even more robotic, I'm going to take the most even section of that first part and then loop that. That first one's really on, so I'm going to loop that 4 times. This might sound really robotic, but let's see. Okay, so that first part sounds pretty robotic. So instead of doing such a small chunk, why don't we do it in half? Okay, so that second section sounds pretty good. I'm not happy without or by not hearing that finger slide. Oh, that's so cool. Your brother produces? That's awesome. So now we have that sliding part. See how we can blend the two. Oh, that's for the end of that. Okay, okay, hold on. So I'm just looking for that little finger slide. Yeah, that nice slide. I like the way that sounds. So now we need the slide for that first section. Okay, we have a slide from second to first. Do we have a slide from first to second? That's the question. There it is. So let's just take that little chunk over. Try it from the top. So we're getting pretty close. And having that fake finger slide in there is hilarious, but it actually makes it sound a lot smoother. This one's a little bit aggressive. So I'm going to take this one down. Nice. Very, very cool. Now let's put that with the metronome. Maybe we can find a more even version of this second half. It's a little bit slow. So why don't we try the second half of it? If it's any more even. It's not. Okay, so let's go back to that first one. I'm just gonna nudge it. It's just a little bit off. Very nice. Okay, I like that. I think that section is done. So we can call that finished. Let's listen to that again with the metronome. Cool. Very cool. So in the original mix, I believe it's on the right side. Everyone, if you have headphones, put headphones on. I promise it'll make this 10 times cooler. All right. That original one is pretty off. I think when I was making it, I was like, hey, let's just get the rough down and then we can come back to it, which a couple months later, here we are. So let's listen to those together. Cool. All right, so we're going to put that to the right. Have that hard pan to the right, and then why don't we do some EQ work on it right now? So with such a thick guitar sound, it has a lot of bottom end to it. If you could hear, the original one sounds a lot thinner. So we want to try to emulate that. And the way we're going to emulate that is with an EQ. EQ, equalizer, either one, allows us to manipulate what frequencies are heard or not, how prominent or not, and everything else in between. Really powerful tool. Cool. It's a little bit aggressive, so let me listen again. It also sounds a little bit more spaced away. It doesn't sound so close, so we can do that as well. Whoa, what just happened? That's so crazy. Whoa. If you have headphones on, that must have been pretty crazy. That sounded pretty wild. Okay, great. So now that we EQ'd that a little bit, it still sounds a little thick and close. So I'm gonna go find an imager, this ozone imager, and it's gonna allow me to make it a little bit further away. Probably around 30. So that was pretty cool. I like the way that sounds a lot better now. So So something that I'm noticing right now, which I've never noticed before, and I'm not sure why, is you tend to lose a lot of width, how wide a sound is by panning it hard. And by hard, we just mean you see this little knob right here, how I'm going all the way to one side. And you notice when I was playing it and I was turning it slowly, you can hear if you have headphones on how it started to morph through your headphones. I thought that was really interesting, and it's making me question my decision of if I want it to the hard right. I actually think I like it there a lot more. You get a majority on your right side, but just a little bit on the left. Cool. Okay, I really like that. It gets a nice vibe on this side. Let me go ahead and compress that as well. Boom, should be a little bit louder, so we'll turn it down. Very nice. I'm really loving this sound of it. Okay, cool. So another characteristic thing, also, if anyone's trying to get into making music and thank you, Kawaii and Bread, for the follow. Did we see that? I don't know if I might have missed it. Boom, let's replay that. Boom, Kawaii and Bread is now following. Thank you, Kawaii and Bread. Um, so a lot of questions that we have about how to make music or how to make a certain genre, all of the answers are in the music, which is crazy because I feel like a lot of times when people are first starting, they're like asking other people, hey, how do you do this? How did you get this sound? What makes a great song a great song? And all of those answers are in the song. And it's something that's such a valuable tool to realize, because let's say like we're listening to like a Bruno Mars song and we're like, wow, this Bruno Mars song is so great. I really love it. Oh my gosh, the piano sounds fantastic. I wonder how they processed it, right? And you may not be able to see everything. Like you may not be able to hear, by see, I mean hear. You might not be able to hear how they EQ'd it or how they recorded it, but you can get little hints here and there. If you have headphones on especially, you can hear, oh, okay, they put a little delay because I can hear some echo of the piano. Oh, they put a reverb because it sounds like it's around my whole head, right? Or even like, oh, wow, it sounds like it's really up close. And if it sounds like that, chances are they actually had the mic really up close to it, right? So going back to how this ties into here, indie, INDIE, which is just short for independent. And independent musicians don't have a certain genre. I would love if I could teach music. So let me get back on track. So how does this tie into what we're doing right now? So indie musicians, also called independent musicians, do not have a specific genre. All indie or independent means is that they're not associated with a label. That's all. But when we think of indie music, we think of certain sounds, right? Even though the term itself doesn't lend itself to a specific genre. But when we think of bedroom pop, indie pop, we think of this guitar sound. And what it is when you're listening, you're like, oh, what is that? It's a flanger. and it's almost characteristic to the genre, right? So when we went from just this, we are already in the realm of like indie pop. We're already there. But what really pushes it into that like summer indie pop kind of vibe is what's called a flanger. Right? And now that totally, it just amplified the energy a lot more. I don't know why I started talking about this, but it's pretty cool. And I like the way that this guitar sounds now. So here's the before. All right. And after. Super, super cool. A couple more things I want to do with it is add a little bit of a delay. I don't think it needs any reverb, but let's go ahead and try it. We're going to add some doubler and then something to make it crispy. Okay, this is what's going to get me super hype. There is an engineer. His name is Chad Blake. And he completely changed the way I process audio. So he is a huge supporter of utilizing saturation, parallel distortion, and to get things sounding crispy. And after I learned that and I messed with it, I said, wow, this technique is so useful. It helps things sound crispy and tight, and they cut through the mix, and they're nice to listen to in the ears, and they're defined. There's nothing too like muddy or shrouded. And so I have an amp send, and I have it on a really crispy setting, super crispy setting. So this was without all the effects. Okay, and this is with the effects. Now, if you're not wearing headphones, you might not be able to hear the difference, and even if you are, you might not be able to hear the difference. Very subtle difference. I'll go ahead and exaggerate how crispy it can get. And that's ugly. We don't want it to be that crispy. That's a lot of crisp. It's burnt at that point. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your ears. Burnt. It hurt. It wasn't pleasant, but you can add a little bit of glow, a little bit of crisp at the top. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cool. Okay. Why don't we go and start recording the next section? I'm really happy with how that first guitar came out. So this part's going to be crazy. Okay. So the two guitars I hear, they're the same chords. Same chords, but they're played in a different rhythm. So in the beginning, we had. right? We had that rhythm. I feel that. I feel that. If I had once I save up enough to get that dream guitar, I'm not letting anyone touch that thing. But we went from that little arpeggiated, I guess, to then this. If you hear in the left ear, or so we just went. That's it. Quick and easy. Ooh, I don't like it. Cool. So why don't we go ahead and record that as well? We're gonna have a lot of different guitar sections in here, so it's gonna be. I'm not sure if I want to use the sock or not. The other thing that I find very frustrating about myself is my ears are sharp. Use a tuner. Realize I didn't finish my sentence. When I use a tuner, everything that the tuner says is okay, is correct. It sounds flat to me. So frustrating because I want to trust my ears because I trust my ears. But when I work with instruments that aren't live, then I'm gonna have some issues because now everything I record live is sharp. All right, we'll get through it. Take a listen again, see what kind of characteristics. All right, let's go ahead and record that. Harp. That's hilarious. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and record that second part. Okay, so that's gonna go on the left side. So let me turn it off. Turn this off. Unplug. Okay. Process that left guitar. Oh, it already sounds so good. So let's cut these sections, just like we did the first part. Sorry, not talking, really focused. I think that was a really quick one. That, that should be fine right here. So close. There's a little bit of a bump somewhere right here. Right there. I don't know if you can hear it. I accidentally let the low E string hit. So let me just cut section, a little section, and string it over here. Yes, super easy. All right, now all together. Very cool. So let's go ahead and mix that a little bit more. This is still a little bit loud. Now we're going to process this left side. And we're going to process it differently. And the reason why I want to process it differently is because we don't want too much of the same thing. As humans, we like to hear variation and we like to hear different stuff like that. Just having you want to process it similar, but a little bit different so that we can tell the difference between the two guitars. I feel like if I don't talk loud enough, you can't hear me anymore. It cuts out. Oh, so nice. It's very subtle. I like it a lot. All right, let's compress this down to volume and then bring it down to volume because my mic likes to cut out on me. Cool. Now let's get some more effects on here. Get another ozone imager. 30 again. Yes. Cool. I think that's sounding great. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's something in this second half that isn't quite right. So let me try this again. Got it. I know what it is. The second half is a little bit early. I need to tweak it a little bit more. Something isn't quite right. I think instead of cutting it here, I should cut it. Okay, that sounds good to me. Okay, we're almost there. Next guitar part we have. Bum 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 ba da 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 bum boo. Cool. So I'm gonna record that. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. Lexi. Thank you, Coda, for the fire. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, so we just finished that second rhythm guitar section. We got it. I love the way this is sounding. Cool stuff. Okay, I think it's time for drums. Hydrated through my skin. That's hilarious. There's actually a lizard that does that. It just sits in water and its skin has like aquaphors almost, where like it pulls water all the way up its body into its face and then it's fine. Doesn't need water for a couple days. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna start with this loop. Boom boom. Boom boom. Cut. Here. Okay, I think we did it. Yes. Class, I'm really glad we're all taking notes. I'm really proud of all of you. How to become lizard. Okay, so we're gonna use that as a template, and then we're gonna add in our own drums. Ooh, should we? Okay. So the other day I was messing with my snare drum and I was able to get a really good sample. Oh, we had the same idea. I was able to get a really good sample of my snare, so I want to go grab that. I'm going to switch projects, export the snare, and then come back. Okay, so this is the snare that I made. Sounds real weird on its own, but I like it. I'm gonna export it without any effects. I don't want any effects. Okay, we're back. So let me go grab that snare. Hmm? Where'd it go? Ooh, it's so good. It has such a weird tone to it, but I love it. I love it. So cool. Ooh, I like that a lot. Cool. So I love the way those are playing together. Let's see how it sounds without the reference. Very cool. Very cool. I like it with the reference, so we might just play both and work with both. Last thing I want is a hi-hat. Ta 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 ti ti ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ti ti ta 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 ta. Ta. Fix the timing on some of these. So right now we're playing with the timing of these. Yeah, we want that second one late. Too late. Cool. Ooh, so good. Okay, I want to add a couple more percussion elements, just sparsely, a little sprinkle here and there. and then we'll keep going. Hi everyone. Hi Carmoon, hi Shinsus. Okay, let's continue. The next thing I want to add is an open hi-hat. I want something weird. Super weird. Super weird. Crispy and weird. Pink Mountains is done and actually got released. Its official release date is April 9th, so you can go pre-save it with the link in my bio. I like that. It's a weird hi-hat. I like it a lot. Yeah, so strange. This is a song that I started like a couple months ago, and we just decided to revisit it today, and we're rebuilding it from scratch and changing how it is. Cool. Last thing we need is a big crash. Should definitely add that. Little bit of vinyl crackle. I love that. Okay, let's do that. Where should we put it? Sounds so nice. Wow. Why not? So nice. Okay. Add a bunch of vinyl crackle. Sounds weird. I don't know if I like it or not. I can make it quieter too. When it comes to sound effects and stuff, I'm not a huge fan of Vinyl Crackle. I often prefer like other types of sound effects, like that crowd cheering we did in the other one. This is coming together so nicely. Okay, we're looking for a crash. Something like that. Something fun, shimmery, shiny, glittery. For crash. Crash somewhere? None of those are crashes. Wait, I really like your song. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Lulu. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can find a freaking crash. Doesn't seem like I can find one anywhere. Sounds like a very delicious combo. I'm hungry. Crash. Look for crash. Symbols. It's real shiny. Ooh, 25 is the one. That's nice. That's very glittery, shiny. Actually, I think that's a little too glittery. Number 2. That one's decently glittery. Okay, last thing, little percussion, maybe just a little stick or something. Deet, deet, deet. Oh, I actually like that. Da, da, da. I don't like it. Okay, we're doing too much. I don't even know if I want this crash. We need the crash. Okie dokie. Okay, let's process these drums. Ah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Drums. Just the drums. Just the drums. Here we go. Okay, first thing we need to do is compress them, squash them, and then we'll turn the volume down. Actually, I take it back. That was the wrong thing to do. Let's level them first. Oh, okay, we'll put this one on perks. Sounds good. Perfect. Okay, so we're hearing some cutoff, and we don't want that. We want them to breathe. Great. Okay, and we'll turn those down a little bit. Great. Let's get the snare. Great. Now we can compress it. Okay, now here's the real test. See if you guys are taking notes and paying attention. So earlier in class, we were talking about a gentleman named Chad Blake, and he inspired me to use a technique in which has changed the way that I process audio. So, can anyone tell me what the name of the technique that creates, as Spaghetti is saying, a crispy tone? What is it called? This is tough. Crisp is correct. I won't say crisp is wrong. It's exactly what it is, but there's a specific name. It started with an E, maybe. Okay. The first word, it was 2 words. That is correct. It was 2 words. The name of the technique starts with a P. First word starts with P. Second word starts with D. Are we ready for the answer? Purple dips. Okay, the answer is parallel distortion. And so here's where this comes into play. So remember this pancake dinosaur. I'm dead. Okay, so everyone was absolutely correct. When we were saying crisp, parallel distortion, yes, crisp is exactly what parallel distortion does. And if we see here on the right side, this is my oven, my crispy, easy bake oven guy, right? It's an amp, and it only has the highs coming through, so everything else is really, really crispy, super crispy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my drums in the oven. Boom, I clicked it. Now there's that little yellow thing there. It means I put them in the oven. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of crisp on the top, just a tiny bit. Those wearing headphones, maybe we could tell a difference. Drums in the oven. Exactly. Put them in the oven. We only added a little bit of that top crisp, that creme brulee, right? And before it was a little bit dull, and now everything's jumping out just a tad bit more. Exactly, baked till golden brown. So now let's hear it from the top with the guitars. Voila. Voila. Perfect sound. Okay, great. So all we did so far is we balanced the drums. Now I'm going to go into each drum and EQ it so that it has the characteristics that I want. I hope so. This song is really fun. I really like the way it's headed. So we're going to open up one at a time an EQ for each element of the drums. And I have a little cheat sheet that I use. I have one for kick, snare, and then that's basically it because that's all we really need. All right, so first we'll work on this kick. Okay, so it sounds pretty good. What I want is to have a little more punch. So between 80 and 200 hertz, which I believe is 140? 140 hertz-ish. We're going to boost that by 3 dB. Great. Now we're going to add a little bit more slap at the top at around 2000. 2000, we get an extra 3 dB. And dB stands for decibels, means volume. Nice. I like the way that's sitting. Great. Let's move on to the snare. Okay, everyone's still with me? Here we go, snare time. So it's super harsh at the top, right? We want to give it a little more body. So at 200 hertz, we'll boost by 3 dB to give it more bottom end. Very nice. I like that. Let's go ahead and cut off all of this bottom end to about 100, I think. No, I want less. 80 maybe. There we go. I like that. Okay. We still want a little bit more body. So at about 1000, let's add another 3 dB. Cool. Now, because we did 1000, maybe not 3 dB. Let's go 1.5 and then boost up this top end just a tad. Cool. Maybe even more on this bottom. Maybe 6. Get a lot of a body. Let's see how that works with the whole mix. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, great. So now we've EQ'd both the kick and the snare. So let's just listen to those two together. Cool. I want to add a little bit more warmth to it. So let's see if we can do that somehow. When I make it warmer, it sounds not as fun. So I think I'm going to keep it the way it is because it's more fun this way. All right, so let's work on the hi-hat now. Cool. So usually with body yada 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 yada, usually with hi-hats, you want to just roll off all the bottom. I usually start rolling off at 1000, and then you want to just give it a little bit of crisp, tiny bit of crisp at the top. Very nice. Okay, let's work on this other hi-hat. Same deal. We want to shelf off the low end. Let's do about 1000. And then give it a little bit crisp at the top. Great. And then I'll work on this guy. This guy's going to have to go on its own. So we want to sort of actually de-crisp this one. We want to make it a little bit more soggy because we already have really strong drums. This is just a supporting element. That's all we need. Maybe even less of the kick. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Yes, very nice. So now all together with the drums. I don't know if y'all know how cool it is to have your own snare. That's so nerdy, but when you have your own snare, that means that no one else in the world is going to have that sound. So it's so unique. So unique. Super cool. Bye, Hip Punk. Thank you for hanging out. See you later. Hope you have a great day. All right. Same deal for this crash. We want to add a little bit of crisp. Great. Let's add a little more body back in. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Okay. Now what we can do is we can play with panning. So everyone, if you took your headphones out, put them back in because we're about to have some fun. So first thing we want to do is just make sure that this supporting drum is right down the center. Same with this kick and snare. But we're going to allow our additional kick and snare to be stereo. So we're not going to lock it down the middle. Now we're going to get hi-hat. I don't know why, but it feels like it should be on the right. Ooh, love that. Now we're losing it. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. This sounds great. Right around 12. Okay, let's take a listen from the top. I think these drums are done. Sounds so good. So good. Okay. Wow. So let's take a listen to the original versus what we have now. So that's what we started with. Here's how we are now. Woo! One more time. That was great. Oh my gosh. One more time. Great stuff. Great stuff. Hey, BB Matcha. What's up? Welcome to the stream. All right. So the last element we need to record, I think, or two, bass and that lead guitar melody. Bum ba da dum bum bum ba da dum. Let's do that right quick. Alrighty, give me a second. Let me record this. Just like always, we're gonna cheat our way. Cheat our way to the top. Okay. So we just recorded a bunch of different sections and we'll piece it together. Let's see. Yeah, y'all are terrible. It's not cheating if we don't tell anyone. That's so funny. Aw, Spaghetti, I'm so glad that, this stream can make your day a little bit better. That's awesome. want to try to separate that lead guitar somehow, but still maintain that wavy flavor. I'm gonna take out this vinyl crackle. I don't like it. Cool. Original? New one. Wow, we're killing it. We're killing it. Now we got to do the bass guitar. Way more full, way more flavor, way more character. All around, this better version. Alrighty, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, let me get the bass guitar. Oh, ow, oh, oh. I'm all right. Everything's okay. That's hilarious. We're fine. We're fine. Everyone's okay. Okay. So now we're going to try doing the bass. Let's see what we did in the original song. What bass line? Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it in the upper register. Don't worry. I'll save it later and make a gif out of it. LOL. I was excited. Y'all are funny. Dun, dun. All right, let's record that really quick. Okie dokie. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Baseline done. Let's get that stuck in there. Great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice, we're sounding very full. So now we're going to process this bass. Let me get my cheat sheet out. Okay, so get the EQ. All right. Want more attack around 150. We'll add 1.5 dB. Not too much because it's already pretty punchy. Okay, maybe we do 3 dB. Okay, let's add some slap around 3K or something. Cool. And now we're not going to do anything to the sub frequencies. Actually, I think we'll roll it off a little bit. Starting at 40 hertz. Boom, we'll roll it off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to throw the bass through an, I almost called it an app. A plugin called RBass, and then play with this. I usually like going with Live Bass Love. Okay, or we can try regular live bass. That's a little bit too much bottom end for me. Or we can just try something else random. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's try it with the mix. With the mix, here we go. Okay, I like Live Bass Love more. I don't know why, my ear just likes it. Something's happening here with the snare and that crash. Okay. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. We're talking here. And we're talking about the lines going up and down. Yes? Those lines? Okay. So the lines going up and down and the little hills on the bottom, they're representing the same thing. So you'll notice when there's a really high hill, there's a really strong pink line. And if it's a smaller hill, there's less of a line. Both are indicating that specific frequencies are louder than others. Very good question. Very good question. Yes. Aaron, you are absolutely correct. Yes, good job. Good job, everyone. Awesome work. Okay. I think we have finished all sections of the beat. Now we're going to have to arrange it. Oh, we have a brand new section. Cool. Okay, brand new section. So we still have a little bit of recording to do. Almost there, though. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum. Is that the right one? All right, last section. One take, Jake. Okay. Very nice. Okay, this is going to go on the left side. I've run into an idea that I want to try. So let's try it. Okay, the idea did not work. Totally fine. Gonna undo everything we just did. Oh, that was awful. I'm so sorry. So I was clicking and dragging things along. So it was trying to play it while I was dragging it, and it made it sound terrible. I'm so focused right now. That's just hilarious. Sorry. We're really close to done. Um, we're really close to done with the beat, at least. This is really fun. This is a really cool song. I like this. It has so much character. Uh, bum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 da. I think we can go ahead and record that guitar solo. All right, let's get this guitar solo going. Dum da 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 dum. Da 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 da. All right, we're gonna switch channels to the gain, so it sounds real dirty. A little more gain. A little too much. Somewhere between 3 and 5. A little less. 3 maybe. I think 3's good. Good. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna record that. Oops, sorry. Okay, really fun, take. I did a lot of I try to do a lot of work pre what am I trying to say? Pre I don't know what I'm trying to say. I try to do a lot of work before we process anything. There we go. What does that mean? It means I was trying to do as much as I could by playing differently, by holding out things differently. So this is hopefully what it sounds like. I want it to be on, what number is this? 18. That last little bit is my favorite. That tail. Nice. Okay, let's see. Maybe we don't need this one. Here, I'll play it out loud for TikTok because Twitch has been able to listen to it this whole time. It's not very fair. Okay, so here is the song TikTok. Let's listen to it from the top. All right, Twitch, we are back. Okay, so I guess now we can take a look at arrangement and see how we want to structure the song. This is just following this beat outline, but we don't have to do that at all. So let me go ahead and just mute that because we don't need that anymore. Yeah, come over to Twitch. It's way better on Twitch. Way better. You can find the link to my Twitch in my bio. All right, let's see. I watched a breakdown of Post Malone's songs maybe like, my gosh, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, when I first started making music. And it was breaking down the anatomy of his songs and why they're so catchy and blah, blah, blah. So something that is a cheat code for streaming is if you start with your hook, listeners are more likely to listen to past the 30-second mark, which I'm not sure if that's the case now, but back then, if you listen for 30 seconds, it counts as a stream. So they start with the hook to entice the listener to stay for 30 seconds, and if the song is bad after those 30 seconds, they don't really care because they got the stream. They got the one stream. So a little cheat code. But since I've watched that documentary or whatever, that video, I've always liked starting with a chorus. not even to try to get streams, but I think starting with all that energy, then going into a verse is nice. I guess maybe that's because my verses aren't super catchy or don't have that great of a hook, but my choruses do. But I think we can just try to write it wherever. So let's see. Let's try one where we start with the chorus, and then we'll try one where we don't. Okay, so if this is our chorus and this is our pre-chorus. Okay, let's build a verse. So what we'll do is we'll take this chorus and we'll copy it over. And then we'll strip it apart until it becomes a verse. So we'll take different elements away and add them back in and see what we think. So the first thing that comes to mind is just going to the bass. That's fire. That was too easy. I think that's a great verse melody or verse section. Maybe we can add just one other part. like that a lot. I want to try to make it sound a little bit different in the drums. I want to highlight the hi-hats more. So how can we do that? Oh, that's a crazy pre-chorus. Wait, that should be the pre-chorus. That's very nice. Okay, let's try this again. We made a really good pre-chorus. Now we gotta make a verse. That pre-chorus is great. Okay, let's try this again. Andy, make a verse, not a pre. Here we go. Let's see. Let's take this out. Let's take this out. Take this out. What if we did no kick? No, we need the kick. How about no snare? Nope. Ooh, Lily, that's a great question. Thank you for that question. My girlfriend made the cover art for that song, Pink Mountains. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so we have a verse and then we have a pre. Thank you. I'll tell her you said so. So close. Dropping from that bass chord or bass verse to the bass pre doesn't have a good enough transition. Actually, it's okay. Okay. Let's just do one of these for now. Okay, so we have verse, pre. Oh, it's so fire! It's so good. Love that. Yup. Woo! Flames. Flames, flames, flames. Okay. All right, let's reorganize this. Let's go ahead and start with a verse. Let's do that. Let's do that. Verse first. verse, pre. Oh, that's disgusting. That's so good. Crazy, crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and double that up. So, I know I said only one, but let's do two. So, basic, here's some more notes to take down, class. This will be on the midterm. The generic structure for pop music goes as the following: 16 bar verse 1, 4 bar pre-chorus, 8 bar chorus. Following 8 bar verse 2, 4 bar pre-chorus, 8 bar chorus. Finally ending 8 bar bridge, 16 bar chorus. Double chorus at the end. Okay. You're good. Here, I'll type it out. I'll type it out. There we go. Yes, very, very good. Buy 8 granola bars. Got it. 8 granola bars. Okay, cool. Very nice. I'm going to try something. I want it, instead of having a big crash on the first verse, I want it to swell and then drop. Very dry, anticlimactic. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Perfect. Leads you up to something really big and super dry verse. Right? Brings your attention in. Very nice, class. Good job. Into chorus. Okay, and if we're going to follow that structure, as I think we should, cut that in half. Whoops. Oopsie. So we have 16 bar verse 1, 4 bar chorus, followed by an 8 bar chorus. Okay, and then let me fix this. How do I do this? Oh, how about no bass? Oh. Cool. Into verse 2. Just 8 bars. I think I really like that drop out. Back into pre-chorus. Back into chorus, 8 bars. Okay, let's see. 16 bar verse, pre-chorus, 8 bar verse 2, 4, 8 bar, and then we go to bridge next. Okay. Hey, Zion. Ooh, I like that. Duh, duh. Okay, we can cut it. Oh, dang. No, I like it without it. Cool. Okay, let's try it from the top. That is fire. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right. Again, class, let's review the structure. So we have intro, 16 bar verse, 4 bar pre, 8 bar chorus. Then we have 8 bar verse, 4 bar pre, 8 bar chorus, 8 bar bridge, 16 bar chorus. Done. Now, this song is only like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. But we're going through so many different ideas and feelings in such a short amount of time. The song feels like it's moving. It has a lot of pace, right? Also easy to listen to. It doesn't get drawn out. And if you want to listen to it over and over and over again, you can. You can. Fantastic. I want to listen to that one more time. That's so good. I can't get over that first drop. That first drop is so crazy. It's so crazy. Again. Again. It's so funny. Something a little bit off about the bridge. I think that'll do it. That'll do it. Little drop. Not that. Mm. Okay. I like this. The other thing, if you want to try to use a technique to have your drops hit a lot harder, is play with panning. There is perfect, crisp. Play with your panning. Panning is how far left or right, or how much it's in the right ear versus the left ear. Great example in my song "Can't I Crash." Right before the drop, you have two little clicks on the left side, all the way to the left. And what it does is it makes your brain pay attention to this tiny little detail over here in your left ear right before, boom, everything comes back in. And then your brain is like, it's surrounded by sound. So in this example, we're going to have everything come off in the right ear. It leans off to the right just for a split second, and then boom, everything comes in. Panning spelled this way. No worries, I got you. I got you. Okay, again from the top. Good job, everyone. We're doing great. That first verse is crazy. That first verse is just nuts. It's nuts. Oh, introduce the melody. Comes in. That ending is my absolute favorite. So all that Ending and stuff is so cool because that's literally just me like moving my finger up and down on the guitar. Ugh, it's bending and so cool. Usually people would use a plugin for that, either like iZotope Vinyl or something, but it's cool to be able to do it by hand manually. Guys, come on. Get it together. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. I like it. I like it. All right. We're nearing the end of our stream, and we did such an amazing job working on this. Took us all 4 hours, so I'm really happy with how it came out. Next time we stream, which will be Wednesday, we can go ahead and start writing and coming up with some melodies and stuff. So really excited. I want to just keep listening to it. Maybe we can start the writing process now and just finish it up on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and take another listen. One more time? One more time? Again? Not again? I can't get enough of it. I really like it. I really like it. I'm so excited to mix this song, and it's I don't know if but it is okay. I'm just gonna let it run until 4 hours hit, and then I'll say bye bye. Okay, so we'll play nonstop. I'm really excited to mix this song. I'll probably be doing it off stream, and it probably will be done mixed. It'll be mixed by Wednesday, so we can start writing. But just take a moment to remember how it sounds right now, and then when it's mixed, I want us to take another visit. So, all right, I'm just gonna let it loop until we're done, until we get out of here.